Hello everyone. We have our news for the week, so let's take a look. Maintenance is normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance this week is the extended Clash of Wills, Fighting Back Memories 2 trial reruns, the mid side story event, and the Emperor Vlad Master Crown challenge. So if you haven't done all that, you have until maintenance to finish all that up. And this week we are getting Final Fantasy 11 and two new Neovision base units. So log in for both units. They're not premium, so their shards are in the shop. And they are updating Flood. So they're making Flood so it's a lot easier to chain, just like they did with Tornado. So it's going from 12 hits to 9. We'll be able to easily chain quadcast of it. And all they list in here is all the Flood moves, essentially. So I'm happy about that. And then we have some Ability Awakenings for Royal Puppeteer Aphmau. So quite nice stuff for them. Some new abilities. LBs are getting changed. Quite a lot of boost overall, actually, and their imbues are going to both forms, which is actually real nice, getting chain mastery. So I don't see any global boosts, so we can take a look on the JP side to see what some of the numbers are. So in the base, they're set up as a breaker, so not too much changes in the actual kit. The chaining move does go up in damage, so it's not completely no damage. But the main thing is they get the upgraded limit there, and then the extra stats there get boosted as well. So in the base, the upgraded LB is a perfect dispel, 88% breaks to all stats for 4 turns, 145% in peril for fire, ice, lightning, water, wind, and earth, and it's 80x defense scaling move. So not bad overall. I mean, physical tank with 88% all stat breaks is quite nice and decent in peril as well, the 145 there. And then in the shift, so their provoke chain move goes up in damage too. They get the upgraded limit and stats. And the shifted limit is a 300x defense scaling modifier. Ice and wind resist 100% for 2 turns and mitigate machine, physical, and magic 75% for 4 turns. So obviously the shifted limit is going to be the damage that you're going to do there. It's 6 hits, so you're not really chaining with it. You're just going to weave it in. But does give them a chance to deal actual damage, and you could use something like Jet's Super to boost that even more because it's a defense scaling limit burst. So kind of nice for them overall. So we got new vision cards. So the two new units are sharing the exact same vision card, and then we are getting a limited vision card this week as well. So first up is the card from the units. So 110 attack and magic, 50% attack and magic, 50% limit damage. Final Fantasy 11 units get 500 flat attack and magic. Very standard series card, nothing special there really. And then we have the limited card, which nice artwork of Medina there. So 135 magic, 80% magic, and 50% ice resist. We get 50% killer to beast, dragon, human, and demon, and that's both physical and magical killer. And Brave XP's only units get another 500 magic. Decent card overall. I kind of like it. Not a card that's a must-have overall. I mean, it's just high magic and some killers is pretty much it. But not bad. If you need the killers, definitely going to be handy to have that much magic on the card, plus get some killers. So we're getting 2 events. So first, the Awakening of Zilart. We're going to be able to get some boots from this. And pretty much it's just something to boost Shantotto. So 14 defense, 67 magic, 23 spirits. Shantotto will get 500 flat magic, and it's got 15% mana reduction on it, so definitely a best in slot item for Shantotto. And then we're getting the Silver Master Crowns for Aphmau, which is very nice. I like that they've been doing that. Through the event, you pretty much get to upgrade one of them for free. And then for the main event, it's essentially a box summon. So we'll run through the stages, get the stuff, summon out of the boxes to get all the items. And bonuses pretty much set to Final Fantasy 11 units, it looks like. Doesn't look like they're adding any other series. And we can take a look at the banner itself. So both units rate up. And because of the limited card, we have the usual card step up there. And then if you want a pity one, you got to run through the regular step up 2 more times. So Shantotto, SLB unit. Super is a hat, 27 defense, 86 magic, 51 spirit. Shantotto gets 500 flat magic, and then it has demon and human killer 50%. So pretty decent hat. Regular trust, materia, 50% magic and 50% human killer. That's just okay. Nothing special about that materia, really. And then we have Lion, also a super limit burst unit, marked as a debuffer. So super is a dagger, 240 attack. They get 500 flat attack, and then it's got aquatic and machine killer 50% on it. Okay overall. Doesn't say it's two-handed, so I'm assuming that's just a one-handed dagger. And then the regular trust accessories, 65 attack, 50% attack, and 10% evade. So that's not too bad overall. And we can take a look at their kits on the JP side, as neither one had any global boosts listed. So Lion is up first. Our Breaker. So fairly standard moves for a lot of breakers we've seen. So we get the 83% all stats for single, 80% AE. He gets Steel and Hide. Fill limits. Decrease accuracy for 3 turns. This is actually quite nice just to have on demand. You don't have to worry about using a limit burst to do that. Although 3 turns with a 5-turn cooldown, you won't be able to keep that up all the time. It's the absolute mirror chaining. So we have light, fire, wind, and earth. 130 in perils. And then the light is a 250 modifier. All the others are 150. It's okay overall. We get a Magnus with 89% defense spirit break and 160 light down, which is fairly decent overall. That could essentially replace Kuja for the late teams when you're doing physical damage, as his breaks are more magic focused. Let's see, 1000 critical hit with 50% provoke. Pretty standard buff for self, boosting light damage, attack, and limit damage. 150 human killer for everybody and machine killer for the party. 3 stacks of evasion for 3 turns is not bad. For the whole party, 3-turn cooldowns, so you can't spam that every turn, but you can keep up Mirage if you only need 1 stack per turn. He boosts his critical hit, it looks like, and you can force somebody else to provoke for 3 turns. And just a non-elemental bolting, 100x modifier. Decent amount of killers, which is pretty standard for all the units coming out now. Dual wield, and his chain modifier cap is not limited to dual wield, which is very nice. Also does have some double hand attack, it looks like. So regular limit, 30 dagger down, 145 light, 87 defense spirit, and just a 150x modifier, 24 hits. And the super is 40 dagger down, 160 light down, 88 defense and spirit, and a 250 light locked modifier, 24 hits. As a breaker, he's not terrible, but he's not super great either, because we do have a few 90% breaks for both defense and spirit. Obviously not on the same unit, but usually you build a magic or physical based team, but decent unit overall as a breaker. Nothing too strong that I can see. And then we have Shantotto. So for her, she's got a lot of the stuff that she normally has. So she's got like all the spells and she's got decent modifiers for that. She's got 150 dark boost for herself. Store magic that stacks up to 300%. We got bolting move, so 250 dark bolting and a 150 light. Cooldown to boost her LB by 160 with a 300% magic store is very nice. So she's got a bunch of spell modifiers as well in her kit. So I think her damage for using spells is going to be about Ashura Dark Phoenix. So it's okay. It's nothing too grand. Her big damage is going to be her limit burst, but she does have a decent amount of killers, which is nice. And then she has her one-shot finisher spells as well, which stack up to 300. Plus, she can add another 250 on top of that, I believe. She's got 200 in the kit, and then her limit will add some. She's got her elemental spells, so all the chaos moves, then plus the special tornado, flood, quake, freeze, and everything. So regular limit burst, 30% rod down, 130 dark down, and a 200x dark hit, single hit. And then her super, 40% rod down, 130 dark down, 330x dark magic, single hit. And then she gives 250x modifier to all her spells. So her biggest damage is going to be the super boosted with her cooldown for sure with the 150 Dark Magnus. And then after that, she'll be able to do some decent damage with her spells if it's still alive. So overall, not a bad unit. And that's pretty much all the news that they gave us. They do have the live stream coming up for Sunday. I kind of expect them to announce leader skills during that live stream. We'll see. So anybody that does decide to pull, good luck to you. I might pull for the card. I'll have to decide when that comes up. But we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.